Okay, I'm going to try and help you then on this review in your grammar, review 3C over subjects and predicates. So let me get my pen ready. And that's my pen. Okay, so it's telling us in these sentences from the poem by Edward Lear, draw one line under the subject and 2 lines under the predicate. Watch out for compound subjects and predicates. Remember, anything compound means you put 2 things together to make one. Okay, so sometimes there's going to be 2 compounds or 2 subjects or 2 predicates, and we call those compound subjects or compound predicates. Like if we say Callista and Carmen, okay, we're saying that's a compound subject because there's 2 subjects. Carmen and Callista read and wrote. Okay, that's compound subjects, Carmen and Callista, and read and wrote. That's compound predicates telling what they did. Now there doesn't have to be just 2. Sometimes there can be more. There can be several. But it says here to watch out for those because you kind of have to look for those key words, and those key words are and or. Okay, sometimes but, and, but, or. Okay. So the easiest thing to do, though, is to always find the verb first and see how many there are. Okay, so the owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. All right, the owl and the pussycat went to sea. Okay, so went is your verb, so your predicate is this, and it says 2 lines under the predicate. Now, in order to find the subject, remember what you say. Who or what went? The owl and the pussycat. Okay, we're going to find that once. Now, I think what it's wanting us to do, it didn't say, you don't have to erase yours, but I'm going to erase mine and we'll just fix it because it didn't really say. Now, went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. That's the entire predicate. We call that the complete predicate. But I think what it's wanting us to do is underline just the verbs because the verb is the simple predicate. That's the main one. And then the subject is the main thing in the subject. And I think I know that because they said watch out for compounds. So we'll underline. Like I said, you don't have to erase yours. But went is our verb or predicate, so we'll underline that twice. Now, like I said, went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. That the whole thing is the complete predicate. But usually it just means for you to underline the verb. Okay, who or what went? Well, the pussycat went, and here's our little word and. That tells us that there might be another one. So owl and pussycat went. Okay. All right, they took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. All right, they took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. All right, so in this sentence, look for the verb. Look for something being done or something being linked. Took, did you say that? Okay. Any other verbs? Look for the word and or. There's and, but these aren't verbs. Okay, so they took and wrapped. That's another verb. Okay, who or what took and wrapped? They. That's your subject. Okay, they took and wrapped. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. You see the verb or verbs? Looked. That's one verb. Is there any others? And when I say verb, it means it's the same thing as your predicate. Sang. That's a verb. Okay. So, who or what looked and sang? Owl. Okay, all right, so why don't you do, there's a few others. Why don't you see then, I'll do this one with you and then I want you to do the rest by yourself and just see if you can get them. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nests in my beard. Find the verb first. Have built. Now this word is not part of the verb. We'll learn all that later on, but that's not part of the verbs. You can't all, right? But you can have built. Okay. Is there any other verbs? No. Then to find the subjects, you say who or what have built. A wren, 4 larks, just larks, an owl, or a hen, and 2 owls, or just owls. So owls, hen, larks, and wren have built. Okay? All right. Now, just pause it for a second. See if you can finish these last, 6 sentences, and then I'll go over it with you. Make sure you got them right. Okay. The cups and saucers danced madly about. Okay. The verb is danced. Cups and saucers are your subjects. Okay. Looked is your verb. Plates, dishes. Okay. Peeped is a verb. Squeaked. See, here's your and. And soup ladle is your subject. Hissed and grew. Tea kettle. Galloped and they. Rode. Made and they. Hope you got those right. It's okay if you didn't. We're just going to keep on practicing all this stuff, okay? Now, if there's any other parts to this review that you needed help on, just let me know. Send me a note or something, and I'll be happy to help you on it, okay? Okie dokie. That's all for today.